Today, very excited to have him here with us, and we're chatting about his brand new music, his brand new life, his first official radio interview since he was released from prison, and we're very, very honored that he trusted us enough with this opportunity. It is Bonang Mateba on the front row on Metro FM. It's 11:28. It's where you are at. Jub Jub is still here with me, and Jub Jub, you were saying to me off air right now that you got out of prison, and it took a long, long time before you decided to get back into the media and to start talking and telling us about your side of the story. Obviously, there was a conscious decision to say, now I need to pick up the pieces. I can't sit alone at home anymore. And I want to be able to share my story. Do you remember that day and what the thoughts that were going through your head?
Yeah, because of everything that had happened, I thought that, look, the entertainment industry, comes with a whole lot of pressure, and I'm a very private person, and, just having my life out there, somehow also contributed to everything. So there was a lot of times where I thought, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do music anymore. I don't want to go back into the entertainment industry. I just want to be normal. And it also made it worse with the articles that were coming out. And then when I stepped out, then, I remember I was telling my team, I was like, I'm not ready. I can't do this, and I'm not cool, and, just looking in the eyes of my family and everybody, and they were like, look, man, you did your time, you paid your dues, you respected the law, people are waiting for you, you need to get up now, and do it, And yes, I did a lot of writing inside and stuff, but there were times where I was like, man, do I still got it, and it, when you're blessed and when God plays a major role in your life and He's driving your life, I realize that there's nothing that anybody can do about it. There's nothing that anybody can take. They can rip you apart. They can take whatever it is. But once you've been blessed and once God has planted that seed within you, it cannot be removed by anybody. Yeah.
And I mean, what have you taken from this situation? Being in prison, serving time, March 8th happened 2010, getting out of it. What have you taken from this period in your life?
It sharpened my character, and around that I got nothing to say but servanthood. So being given a second chance for me, I'm just here to serve God and do what He wants me to do and to do right by these kids that are still, driving recklessly, that are still, drinking alcohol while driving, that are still on drugs, and saying, look, man, I've been there, I did it. I got the T-shirt. My T-shirt is hanging in prison right now. And I'm here now, use me to hold you by the hand, and tell you not. Because I'm not going to, sell you a fake story and tell you I haven't been to prison or I haven't seen both sides of the coin. So having experienced all of that, I'm saying stop it. You ain't got to believe me, but I've been given a second chance to guide you.
And would you change anything that happened on that day?
Yeah, definitely. It would have been my decisions. Because, I made stupid decisions. And, I was growing up and I made stupid decisions. So if there's anything that I would have changed on that day, it would be my decisions. Because if it was not for my decisions, then I wouldn't have been in prison. But at the end of the day, you can look at this in different ways. There was a plan for everything. Because I don't think that, with all the schools that I've been going to and whatnot, these kids won't listen to a Mandla or a Vosi or whatever. But when I speak to them, you can literally hear a needle drop. And that is what touches me the most, because I see future doctors, future entertainers and all that. And then here they are, they see Jub Jub being cool and they want to do the same thing. And, I just want to play that part and just correct it. So a lot of people would rather reap than plant a seed. So that's what I'm saying, being given a second chance. I am just here for servanthood, and that's it.
Amen. And getting out of prison and realizing all the love that awaited you, and traveling across the country, performing, was it overwhelming? Is that what you expected from South Africans, from people who loved you, or were you expecting some level of resistance from everybody, back home?
This morning was my first day out.
Wow.
Because as I'm sitting here, I'm still shaking, and I'm not fully yet comfortable. So, there hasn't been a show that, I've performed at where I haven't really broken down and stuff, because it's all just too magical for me. So everything seems like it's all brand new. I'm not used to the traveling anymore. I'm not used to the staying out in hotels anymore. I'm not used to facing thousands and thousands of people. I mean, I went inside and I come out and I'm performing in front of 60,000 people. It is crazy and it's very scary. And to sit here and now I'm in the studio with cameras and it's all new to me, you know, and I'm still shaking. So I'm not fully into it yet, you know, but the moment I hold the mic and I take a deep breath into it, then everything is just pure bliss.
Is that your rehabilitation? Is that where you get your strength, your music?
Yeah, because my music is real. You know, I don't fabricate anything on my music, and I speak from the heart. And I feel there's a lot of people out there that are troubled, and people don't want to face their troubles. People would rather not talk about their problems. So I'm saying, man, as Jub Jub, you know, I've been through A, B, C, D. You know, I've fallen, I've risen. You know, I've hit rock bottom. I've come right back up. And failing does not necessarily mean that you're not going to come back twice as much. Failing just means that when you come back twice as much, you better make sure that the hand that you're holding is a hand that you're going to take to greatness. And you know, it's you know, speaking truth on a mic and speaking to somebody that can relate to that. It's very warming and humbling. You know, when somebody you bump into and they tell you and they're like, listen, I'm going through the same thing. Because the challenges that we're going through right now, be it the drugs, the alcohol, relationships, jobs, or whatever, those are real life stories. And, you know, unlike talking about I'm on top of a high mountain, you know, I would rather inspire somebody.
Got you.
Yeah.
And are you still friends with Mr. Shabalala?
Well, I mean, people have gotten that whole story twisted. Temba was never my friend. I mean, I had an artist called Bones at the time, and Temba was Bones' friend. And I would only see Temba when it comes to shows or whatever, so we're not friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And let's talk about your music and your brand new life. I mean, your music is so raw, so real, so true, so pure, so authentic. Were you writing when you were in prison? Were you recording? Did you you know, make music? Did you perform for anyone in prison? Were there special shows that you maybe put together?
I did. That's all I had time for. Just writing, you
Yeah.
know, lyrics. You know, I was busy with the book. You know, from the moment, because every day in prison there's something that you learn and there's something that you experience. So, you know, I had to write about that, and not only just write about what I'm going through, but what the next person is going through. I mean, you sit there and you're like, yo, I'm here. What is this person in for? What's going on?
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I try and get into their shoes and all of that stuff. So it was just me and the pen. And I remember sometimes, you know, when I'd call them and be like, it's like, Mama, I'm out of ink, so I need some pens, you know. So, yeah, it was just a lot of writing, a lot of writing.
That's
Stuff,
fantastic.
yeah.
You know, I mean, you speak a lot about the friends that you made in prison. Do you visit them? Do you stay in touch with them? Because you spend a very long time with the people in prison. And of course they shaped you, might have shaped you in some ways.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Lessons that you learned from them as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, in prison, man, you find the thuggest, you know, you find the most intelligent, you know, you find people from different corners of the world, and they're all gifted in their own ways. And, you know, I'm grateful for having met such people, because I believe that you can learn something from even a 5-year-old, you know, so you can meet different things, you can learn different things from different people, and I'm grateful for that, you know. So I learned, look man, I learned a lot in prison.
What's the most important lesson?
Appreciation.
For
Everything. Appreciation for freedom, appreciation for life, appreciation for family, for your blessings. You appreciate every little thing. I mean, you appreciate this bottle of water. You know, you appreciate somebody telling you, I love you. You know, you appreciate hugging somebody. You appreciate the smallest things, because everything gets taken away, you know. So you move now from washing in, you know, marble bathtubs, you know, to driving the most expensive cars, to living in the greatest houses, and you move into a place where you just wash in a bucket, you know, and you eat twice a day. So appreciation, and most importantly, love.
All right, it's 11:38.